Guys, once again, this is Alfred from Amassers.com. I'm back with a little quick update. Bitcoin is down, and I want to talk about why I believe Bitcoin is down. I want to talk about, we're going to take a look at our Forex Screener. We're going to talk about what's up. We're going to take a look at the tree map, and we're going to look at what's up among the top 50 crypto. And I want to kind of share ideas with you about not just looking at the numbers, because when I look at the numbers, I don't just see the numbers. I see stories. I see what is going on in the markets from more like an emotion, because the numbers can be translated, so you could kind of feel it. You know, in my culture, or black culture, we say, can you feel me? Or at least we used to. I want to help you guys really feel me when you take a look at some of these numbers. So let's get this thing started and let's get right into it. Okay, in this section I want to take a quick look at our crypto Treemap, and you can tell that right now on here, when I done this is what's going on. You don't have to take my word for it or anyone's opinion. That's the great thing about numbers, they're objective. So let's look at what's going on. This is a stable coin. It's Tether. This is stable coin. This is Circle. This is an exchange, Hyperliquid. These are the only things that are moving up when I took this little cap here. This, again, stable coin. This, an exchange. This right here, this is in the middle of rebranding, so there's still a little buy. There was still a little buy interest right there. Okay, that's it. That's what's going on. Everything else is down. Okay, guys who are more traditional or seasoned investors, they're looking for stability and consistency in the market. When you see stuff like what I'm about to show you on the other side, this is just a little excerpt from Mr. Trump and what he had to say today, and I want to talk about it on the other side.
President, on California, are you prepared to invoke the Insurrection Act?
Depends on whether or not there's an insurrection.
There is, sir?
No, but you have violent people, and we're not going to let them get away with it. I think that you're going to see some very strong law and order.
CNN's Dana Bash suggesting that this wasn't a real riot in Los Angeles.
Is that what she said? I think it was a riot. I think it was very bad. It was covered really as a riot by almost everybody.
What is the purpose of your meetings at Camp David in the next 24
We're
hours?
going up to Camp David. We have meetings with various people about very major subjects. Now, we thought we'd do it at Camp David. There's probably better security there than any place. We'll be meeting with a lot of people, including generals, as you know, and admirals. No. So we'll be meeting with military people and others.
Okay, now let's listen to what he was saying there. He's saying there's going to be a meeting. In other interviews, he talked about some retaliatory response if things get out of hand at his military parade. The whole point is people want investors, seasoned investors want stability. They don't want to hear about secret meetings and military meeting at Camp David because of what you perceive to be some type of imminent threat. That's what's dragging down the price of Bitcoin right now, and you can tell, because if you can feel this, I want you guys to really feel me on this, not just looking at numbers, because I know lots of people, they get turned off by numbers, but stable coins, that's all it's up in exchanges. That's guys moving into an exchange so they can be ready and liquid to move something if that need arises. And there's this one little lone wolf here rebranding itself. Okay, now I'm gonna pause right here, and then we're gonna go and take a look at Forex. Okay, we're over here. This is our Forex Screener, and I took this, froze this earlier because I want to, again, show you guys some stuff that you can really feel for. You can tell that I've done this on the 11th UTC time. You can see the day was almost over, and this is what was going on that day. This is yesterday. As I'm recording this is yesterday. Okay, now in Forex, and really in crypto, it's just a lot of people don't talk about it. There is always a side here, and this side is the base, and then there's the quote. Okay, so this right here, this is the euro USD, so the base is the euro, and then it's quoted in USD. Now, another thing that people don't talk about, I mentioned this in another video, you guys can check it out on my channel, is that you're doing two things simultaneously. This is up, so what's really going on here is that guys are selling USD and the euro is being bought. Okay, that's why euro versus USD is going up. There's two sides to that trade. Okay, this right here, gold USD going up. This right here, again, Great British Pound to USD going up. What's happening in all of these instances? USD is being sold off. This is at a very high level. This is at the actual level of the currencies themselves. Okay, this isn't good, and this is what's going on, this type of instability. And when you look at this and you understand what you're looking at, then hey, you don't have to listen to me or anyone else. You can come in here based on purely the data, and you can see what's going on. New Zealand USD, they're getting stronger over there. They generally, Aussie and New Zealand, this is Australian dollar USD, these guys are on the other side of the continent, and they kind of often don't have a lot of correlation. While gold is moving up, silver today is moving down. The other day, silver was doing very, very well. This comes from hedge funds. I talk about this a lot on Twitter. This comes from the hedge funds trying to create a hedge, and they want that hedge to be silver and gold. You see a similar thing happening right now, as I mentioned on Twitter, with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And when Bitcoin and Ethereum first started, well, when I came into trading crypto, and this was a very common practice. You see dollar Swiss, which is also another hedge, you do see a little strength there with guys maybe moving over to the dollar, and the reason behind that probably if there were opportunities on a pullback the next day in the US markets. That's my opinion on that. Okay, let's pop in and look at a quick Bitcoin chart, and then I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Okay, this is a Bitcoin chart. This is a 4-hour chart, and this is where I would have had my original market maker zone. You can see we hovered around in that area, bust out really quick. At the time, again, lots of Trump material going on. Is both President Trump and Scott Bessent were talking very favorably about what was going on with the talks with China relative to the Trump tariff situation. So we move up, and we kind of consolidated at this same area before, around 110, and here we go. It looks like there may be an outbreak and riots going on in the country, according to some, and this is what happens to crypto. Well, some people may be saying, well, but why is gold up? Gold has a thousands of years of history as a safe haven. And while I'm a big advocate for Bitcoin, right now, it's no comparison as far as how long this has been a safe haven and a way to kind of get away from the correlation of traditional finance. And that's why gold is up. That's why yesterday silver was up. These are things that hold a lot of historical value. That's what's going on, guys. That's what's really happening. That's what's up. I like to share valuable information on this channel based on my 25 years of speculating on the markets. If you found this information helpful, if you found value in the content, please share it with others and like the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Once again, this is Alfred from Amassers.com. See you when I see you. Peace.